Already heard the testimony of how you spoke with Officer Gilbert Benavides, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And I want to ask you what you did, if anything, when you found out your sister was the victim.
When I was told that she was dead,
Yes.
I was in my living room. I was surrounded by family. My parents were there, my brothers, my sisters, my husband.
Did you make it to Father McNabb Park?
I tried going before I found out to the McNabb Park. When the officers got there at my house, nobody was telling me anything. I knew something was wrong. So that's when I took my husband's truck and I left to go look for my sister at the park. I went where she told me she was going. I went to the Father McNabb Park. I saw my car parked. I pulled up next to it. There was an officer there next to my car, and there was nothing. As far as my eye could see, everywhere around me, I couldn't see anything but some people jogging to the right. I kept looking. I kept looking to see if I would see something, anything. Nothing was there. You couldn't see anybody but the officer next to my car. He told me what I was doing there. I told him I was looking for my sister. He told me I couldn't leave. I wanted to leave after I didn't see anything to look further to the left, which is where the bike trail is at and the soccer field. But after that, he wouldn't let me go. He didn't let me leave in my truck. He just had me stay there. It was until 10 minutes later till my husband and my brother showed up, and then that's when he let me go.
What was your intent?
I was looking for my sister. I wanted to see her. I wanted to find her.
Did they let you see her as she was as the way she was found?
No, I did not see her.
Did you, as a sister and as a medical professional, did you want to see her?
Yes, I wanted to find my sister. I wanted to know where she was.
Do you want to see the way your sister was found?
Yes. After I got home, that's when I was told that my sister had been murdered.
How did you feel?
That is the biggest pain I've ever felt in my entire life. I felt I couldn't breathe. I felt it was just an intense pain. I felt angry. I didn't believe it. I needed to see my sister. I didn't believe it was true. I remember falling to my knees at the house when they told me, and immediately, to me, it felt like immediately after, I got up and I started trying to shake it off, and I was telling the officer, you need to take me to where my sister is. I need to get my nephew. I need to go get Dominic. Dominic is going to be scared without my sister. I remember telling him he doesn't know his father. He doesn't interact with him. He's going to feel strange if somebody else is holding him. At this time, I'm already making sense who hurt my sister. and I'm telling, I need to go get Dominic. I felt so extremely betrayed because I was never told that Dominic was hurt. I still had hope in my heart that Dominic was okay. And then my mom hugs me and tells me, he's gone. Dominic is gone. And the officers tell me that Dominic has also been murdered. That just broke me. That was...
Did Grizelda have any other children?
My oldest nephew,
And what's his name?
Jaden.
How old was Jaden at the time?
Jaden was 6. He's 12 now.
How did Jaden find out about his mother?
At the time, we didn't tell him that day. We just couldn't tell him that day. He found out days later. My family is still torn to pieces. My dad and my mom, they couldn't come to bear the idea of telling him. So it had to be me.
How did you tell him?
I asked him to come downstairs, and I told him I needed to talk to him. And I was told that I couldn't say that Mommy went to heaven or Dominic went to heaven. I couldn't tell him that they were in some type of eternal sleep. I needed to use the word dead. And so I told him that his mom and Dominic were no longer with us, and that they had passed away.
Where is Jaden today? Who does he stay with?
He lives with my mom. My mom has primary custody.
And he's 12 years old today.
That's correct.
Since the murders, do you all have the occasion to visit the site?
Yes, we do. My father visits the site where Dominic lay and my sister laid when they took their last breaths. He goes there every Sunday.
Did you all do anything there to come up to memorialize their lives?
Yes, we have since then surrounded that hollow ground by placing either flowers for my sister or Dominic's side. The community, the neighbors, everybody usually takes toys to his side, or we'll see balloons in occasions, or pinwheels, toys, trucks, balls, all sorts of little trinkets.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been already offered and introduced to State's Exhibit 546. If you can tell us where this is located.
Okay, that's not at the site.
But is this at
where,
the park?
Yes, this is at the Father Magnobi Park, where near where my sister had parked that day.
Give me
And
a
this
second.
Who is this gentleman right here?
That's my father, Grizelda's father. And behind it, you'll see a tree. We have a memory tree that we go to that side
And this
to
is,
feel them closer.
Okay, and this is there at Father Magdalene Park.
That's correct.
Okay. I'm gonna show you State's Exhibit 547. What are we looking at here? Take your time, Ms. Hernandez.
This is where my sister was found. So where the tree's at, directly forward, you'll see a road right here. And it's paved now. Before it was just a dirt road. And that's where my sister's body was found.
I'm gonna show you State's Exhibit 545. What is this?
So this is where Dominic was found. Right between those trees. So it's open now, but at one time it was just the way you see the background. It was all the way to the front like that.
Well, I'll conclude with just asking you this question. You know now that the jury has found Mr. Burgos, Ronald Anthony Burgos-Aviles, guilty of murdering your sister and your nephew. How do you feel today?
I trust in our justice system, and I know you might not empathize completely or feel our direct pain. I feel once your life has been touched by such a black, sinister, heinous act, your core beliefs are changed somehow. Maybe even your faith is questioned. At least that's what I have gone through and continue to go through. But I trust in the justice system, and I know justice will be served for my sister and for Dominic. And my life will forever be incomplete. That hole in my heart will always be there. But knowing that I have done my very best to try to bring them justice, will have to serve as peace in this lifetime for me, because that is all I can do.
Thank you, Ms. Hernandez. Thank you. No further questions.